We are
the Network Blender.
Welcome back to the Network Blender, where relationships, leadership, and community come together to create something extraordinary. Today's episode is one that reminds us why investing in people matters, especially the young people. We have wonderful young people around us, and in a world that moves super fast, it's easy to overlook the incredible stories unfolding right in our own neighborhoods, schools, our churches, and our communities. Sometimes all it takes is taking the time to get to know a young person, encourage them, believe in them, and help them see what's possible. Today, we're honored to welcome my sweet friends, Jessica Sandoval and her daughter, Jamie Torres. Jamie recently graduated from Roy City High School with an associate's degree in allied health already completed, an accomplishment that reflects years of dedication, discipline, and hard work. This fall, she will be attending Baylor University, where she has been accepted into the Honors College and will be majoring in biology on the pre-med track as she pursues her dream and career in medicine. But this episode is about more than academic achievements. It's about the family, support systems, sacrifices, values, and encouragement that help young people reach their potential. It's about what happens when parents, teachers, mentors, and community members choose to invest in the next generation. As you listen today, we hope that you'll be inspired to look around and discover the remarkable young people in your own life. Ask them questions, hear their stories, encourage their dreams. You never know how a few words of belief and support can help shape someone's future.
That's right.
Join us today as we sit down with Jessica and Jamie to talk about perseverance, opportunity, family, education, and the exciting journey ahead. This is a conversation you definitely won't want to miss. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Are we excited?
Absolutely. We are thrilled. It was so incredible to attend your graduation party and see so many generations of your family and your friends and all the sacrifice that your parents and everyone had around you, and just all the true joy and the love that was there that evening.
Yeah.
You're really quite a special person.
Yes.
And we're really honored to have both of you here today.
Well, in a very special family.
Yes.
I'm going to take a minute and say I have known you since my kids were little. Jamie was a little girl. You know what? I got to thinking about it. I'm not even sure she was born when I first met you. I don't know how long you were over there, but our Jessica, we love so much, runs our Pablo's. Used to be Arbolados in Heath, and it's kind of our neighborhood little stop that we go to. And Jamie was born through all that. We've heard all about her growing up for years and has recently been working at the store. So we're really excited about that and just getting to know you and watching your journey.
So listen, can you tell us a little bit about your family and kind of like what life was growing up in a family kind of committed to service?
Growing up, like my mom, I grew up going to the restaurant with her, and I kind of just saw her talking to everybody.
She used to play her little video games in
in
the seats waiting for you while you worked.
Right. You asked me what I was doing, and I would see my mom work, talk to people, just conversing, and people even being excited to see her, and to other people it was just work, but I feel like I got to see her make connections, talk to people, meet new people who brought us, you showed up to my grad party, you got me a DJ, you didn't have to do all that, but you saw me and my mom for so long, and I just saw her making those meaningful connections throughout her life. So
that's awesome. I feel like y'all are family.
We are.
You love the people that are around you, and you have been my family for a very long time. We love you. And we're just so grateful. We showed up to that party, and there were so many people in the community that we knew. It's just a testament to really the witness that your family has been to our community, and we thank you for that.
One of the things in my family where I grew up was a saying that goes, if you love them, feed them. And I think that your family definitely works along those same lines.
Yes,
you feed them.
They do feed them. Right. That was Sunday night, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, being a first-generation college student, that's a huge accomplishment, right? So what does that mean to you and to your family?
I think it means a lot. I feel like it was a reflection of all the hard work my mom and my family, my uncles, they all put in work into helping me grow up. My uncle, even a week before I had my graduation party, he took me to Baylor himself, and then he took me to New York just as like a gift for that.
Right.
And I think it meant a lot, since to me it felt like it was a result of everyone putting in work, and like my mom helping me like, you know, earn money like on the side after school, or like me being able to like do homework late after school, like all of that, like the staying up late doing homework because I didn't have time to just, you know, I had a job. I couldn't just like do homework right after school. And,
I love the fact that you had a job.
Right, we need more kids who have a job.
I think that's terrific. And
Yes.
you know, listen, I think that's one of the great values that your parents instilled in you. Talk to us a little bit about some of the other values that your family instilled into you as you were coming up. What were some of the important lessons that they taught you?
Well, my mom always said like bad actions will have consequences. So I always like, before doing like anything, I would just think about my mom. I would think, what are the results I could get from that? And I always just put in thought my family, like going forward. I mean, I saw a lot of people around me like at school, and then obviously we grow up a lot and we see people who do their bad actions, and you know, I didn't bad decisions, and I didn't want to be put in that place, because that's not what my family deserves, and I want to make good decisions to have like a good outcome for them. And
That's awesome.
That's what like my mom taught me growing up.
Well, your mom is such a hard worker. I mean, she's a hard worker and she loves people so big. Really does. So many of us in this community love her. So if ever you're in Heath and you want to see any of the locals, that's probably where we are. But what lessons have you learned from watching your mom and her work ethic every day?
I've learned to just treat everyone nicely, treat everyone how they just like how you would like to be treated.
So the golden rule applies in your
The
family.
golden rule.
Right? Okay.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
terrific.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, if it was good enough for Jesus, it's good enough for us too, right? Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
She just treats everybody so sweetly, and everybody loves to see her at the restaurant.
Right.
And like, oh, you're her daughter, right? Oh, we love her so much. And I'm just like, yes, everybody loves her.
Right.
And everybody.
That's
you know,
right.
It shows like everything that she does and all the hard work.
That's awesome.
So, you know, what were some of your greatest memories, albeit besides your mom being a celebrity every night in the restaurant, growing up? What were some of the things that you look back on and, you know, you are the happiest about?
A lot of my friends, this community, there's like so many different types of people, and I think that's like my favorite part is, I guess, the diversity in the community, and like the different types of people you get to know. Like, I love talking to you, and like I see you like a best friend.
Aww.
And like I can't like, it's like not to like sound silly, but like I feel like I would never imagine like an older woman being my best friend.
Older woman. I like that. That's good.
So it's like
I will be your best friend.
yes. Like, I feel like a lot of people are just like, oh, just teenagers are your besties and all that, but you get to meet so many different kinds of opinions and older people with like male, female, like all that. I just love that.
I feel like that's one of
community.
the visions we had for this podcast was learning that it takes all of us, and it doesn't have to be just a friend from school. And I'm grateful. That does my heart happy to hear you say that. So looking back at high school, what were some of your favorite memories in high school?
My favorite memories were getting like different classes and like meeting new people, and like me personally, I loved like knowing what people wanted to do. Like I would always ask my friends, oh, what do you want to do? And like envisioning them like growing up and doing that. Like I think that's adorable. Like I love that. And also my teachers also meant a lot to me, and they are like very important throughout that process, and they can like all those adults can like build you as a person and like create you and with your career or like classes, all of that. And like I think at Roy City I had like the best time meeting those kind of people.
That's awesome. Speaking of that, if you could give somebody a shout out here on this podcast that was a former teacher, a mentor, a counselor, somebody that just had just this really profound impact on your life and pushed you along as you were not only accomplishing all your high school classes, but graduating with this great associate's degree as well. Who would you want to give a shout out to?
I think it might be a little bit silly, but it's my French teacher, Mr. Mickey.
Okay.
That's not silly.
Right.
I had him for 3 years, my freshman year.
Do you speak French?
Sophomore year, it's so bad.
So Spanish and English wasn't enough for you. You had to just do more.
Yeah, she's already bilingual, so
Right,
okay.
But yeah, he was
Mr. Mickey's gonna be so disappointed. It's gonna be so bad.
he was so hilarious. Like I thought he was hilarious. Like he was always like he's like very like stone cold and he
Right.
like he's really playful and like
Aww.
I'll be like, hi Mr. Mickey, and he'll like side eye me and I'll be like, oh hey. But I really like enjoyed him and he was always I mean I had him for 3 years basically like my entire high school time.
Right.
So I think getting to see him repeated over and over and talking to him and he was just like so supportive, I feel like.
But that also says a lot about you. Not only were you bilingual, going into school, you said, okay, hey, listen, I'm just going to pick up yet another language and try something that's, really different, right? Because French doesn't have the romantic undertones of Spanish or Italian, right? So, it's just different. And
She's smart like that.
Absolutely. So this is clear. That says a lot about who you are.
A lot of people ask me, they're like, why didn't you just take Spanish? Like, you could have just gotten an easy, like, A. And I was
Right.
like, no, I just wanted to take French. Like, let's do it. Like,
Good for you.
it's similar, but I mean, I was like, why not? And I love
That's
the people that I
awesome.
met in that.
Right.
So,
Okay, here for the camera. Give us a line in French.
oh.
Come on.
She already said she was bad.
Just say, okay, just say
Let's
something.
see how bad.
Come on, give us a line.
Let me think of what I can say.
Yeah, that's right.
No pressure.
She's like, to a tray boo. She is very beautiful.
Oh,
Oui.
That's sweet.
That's the only thing we know. Oui.
You practice that at home.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, well, tell me about your activities, organizations that you ran at school, any experiences that you had that maybe made you who you are today.
I did HOSA, which was like future healthcare professionals.
Okay.
And I got to meet a lot of people. A lot of people were doing nursing and like wanting to do nursing in the future. I also did my patient care tech class. So I got to like be in clinicals and all that, and that kind of led to me wanting to do like the healthcare side, and those programs helped me a lot, and they were meaningful because I got to get first-hand experience when it comes to like the clinical world or hospitals and stuff like that.
Right.
And they were really good experience.
I remember showing up at the restaurant one night, and you had been in clinicals that morning, and you told us all about it. My husband, who's a paramedic, y'all had the greatest stories to share about something that happened that day, and it's so cute. I love it.
So, how did you balance all of this work and all of your school activities? Because you were in this accelerated program, you're getting your basic degree, you were getting your advanced degree, et cetera, and all of these organizations and activities. How'd you balance all of that?
I don't even know, honestly.
Okay.
I just did it. Like,
Right.
It was a lot.
Just
it
did
was,
it.
Right,
It
okay.
involved a lot of, like, I mean, you had to go to school right after, you had to go straight, you had to go home, get ready for work.
Right.
In work, sometimes if, like, if I had time, sometimes it's slow at the restaurant, I would just do homework. And then, like, or after work, I would just do homework and stay up late doing it. Or
Right.
I could, get off early and sit at a table and do all my homework, study, and
She will
Like
ask
balance,
me,
yeah.
Mom, if it's slow, can you cut me early so I can do all my
Yeah.
homework?
Right, okay.
Yes,
right,
sweetie.
right,
As soon as it was slow, hey, there you go.
There you
Go
go.
sit
Yeah.
down.
Go do your homework.
It
Go
was
do
a
your
lot.
homework. So
Right.
she worked hard. I saw that every single day. And I'm
Yeah.
so proud of her because
Yeah.
she kept pushing and pushing and pushing.
Yeah.
And there she goes.
There was days I was like, oh, maybe I could just like flip patties for the rest of my life. And I'm
Right.
like, no,
I gotta go to med school.
So I have to ask you though, because I've been in the healthcare area for about 35 years, and obviously Tammy's husband's also in healthcare on the EMS side of the equation also. What do you want to do with that?
Well, I mainly want to specialize in pediatrics. I
Right.
think I realized that whenever I was in my PCT clinicals,
Okay.
I had clinicals at an urgent care, and I had like adult patients, and like, I mean, yeah, it was cool, but like when I saw like the little kids, like that was like my favorite part.
Right.
Like I told my mom when I had gone out of clinicals, I was like, oh my gosh, like it makes me so excited.
Yeah.
The babies.
Like
Yeah.
seeing them, they're curious. Like one girl, she like her favorite cartoon was like Miss, what was it, the little doctor girl?
I don't know.
I think I forgot. No, that's Princess Sophia, but there's like a doctor character, and she loved it, and she was so excited to see like everyone working, using the thermometer, and like I think they're so like innocent and they're curious, and I would love to be there for them.
So, Mom, how does Dr. Torres sound?
No.
Does that sound pretty good?
She's gonna cry.
Vacation.
Yeah, she's gonna cry. Well, how did earning college credits, leaving high school, you have an associate's degree. How did earning those college credits prepare you for what's coming?
They gave me a glimpse. A lot of my teachers, it didn't really hit whenever I started getting introduced to dual credit, but a lot of my teachers started telling me like, you're a college student, you realize that like these are college courses and all that, and they prepared me with like due dates. Like a lot of my teachers, they'd be like, remember, you can't turn something in past its due. Like your regular courses, a lot of them will be like, 2-3 days of like grace period afterwards, and it prepared me for like everything being finalized, having to put in those first steps to like if you miss a test, you have to like talk to your like professor or teacher about that, instead of like being in a regular high school course where they'll reach out to you and all that.
Sure. You have to do something crazy like actually communicate.
And be responsible, actually. And be responsible.
It's unbelievable that has to happen.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Listen, would you recommend this program to other students? Obviously, you're in this mentorship role, and there's these other students and other young women kind of coming up. What would you tell them about this program, and what are some of the key things you'd have them pay attention to?
I think I would definitely recommend everybody doing the program. They had so many options. I did the Allied Health for my major, and they had like business. I think they had general studies if you didn't really know what you were into. And I think not only it prepares you for college, but just like for having responsibilities and worrying about your grades, you having to initiate everything with your teacher and everything. And like, I would recommend that to everybody. And it's a lot, but I think it prepares you, and it, it builds you as a person, and it makes you realize maybe you want to go further. A lot of people don't want to do further education, and I respect that. But like, if I think they try it out in high school, maybe they could lean that direction and do university.
It gives you an opportunity to really not only put the time in, but then have that time mean so much with regards to college credit. I think that's fantastic. Congratulations.
How did you feel when you found out that you earned a full ride academic scholarship to the honors college at Baylor University in Waco, Texas?
It was so weird. Like, it didn't hit until like days later, but I was actually at home and I was on the phone with my friend, and I got like the email, and I was like, I checked it, and like I saw the email and it kind of looked like I didn't get it. So I was like, oh, let me go check. And I got it, and I was like, and like I called my mom, and she was actually working.
I was doing a catering.
Okay.
And I was in the middle of the catering, and she texts me, she calls me, and she's like, Mom, I sent you a message. And I'm like, okay, check your phone. And I'm like in the middle of it. And then I had Robert and Connie, and that was their catering. So I open it and I'll read it, and I'm like, oh my God, You start crying.
Yeah, I know.
And then Robert goes,
proud.
Everything okay? And I'm like, she just got a full ride. And they know Jamie. So they were like, oh my God. Everybody was jumping, and they're like, what's going on? I was so excited. And I don't know.
I'm proud. I know you're proud.
I would have never imagined it, honestly. Like, I didn't really originally plan on going to Baylor.
Okay.
But I just applied there, and I applied to a lot of schools in Texas, and I'm so surprised. Like looking back, I would have never imagined me going to Baylor. It's crazy.
Well, Baylor's one of those universities that when you go and you graduate, you can literally write your own ticket. And because of what you're trying to do and get into medical school and what have you after that, it goes a long, long way. But I got to ask you, because mom and dad aren't going to be down the street at the restaurant. There are a lot of distractions at college. Some good, some not so good. What kind of excites you about going to school at Baylor coming up this fall?
Seeing the community. I toured it around like 2 weeks. No, was it 2 weeks ago maybe? Where I toured it.
Yeah.
I toured it, and I got to like firsthand experience of like all the people there, the mentors, and I think what I saw the most meaningful was that it's like a tight-knit community, and even the honors college, it's even smaller, where they also kind of like, it feels like a small town. Like, everybody knows each other. I was talking to people, and a lot of people go to big universities and they'll walk across the entire campus and they won't come across a single person they know.
Right.
And during the tour, I mean, like the people during the tour, they'd wave at their friends while walking by, and like, I love that. Like, I love how like more small it is, and they, you know, they brought up their Christian values at the end, and I thought they all have like, they're all just like purely like welcoming, and they're all waving at you and smiling, and I just, I loved it.
A couple of words come to mind when you talk about what you're getting ready to go into. One is exceptional, the other one's gifted, and you exemplify both of those things. So it is just so wonderful seeing young people come up in the community with such dedication and focus and achievement, but that are so nice and can communicate so effectively like you do.
That's
it
awesome.
really is.
That's awesome. So why did you choose pre-med? What inspired you to go the medical route?
So my freshman year, I always really loved science. I just didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with that. And then my freshman year, I had biology with my teacher, Miss Smith, and I loved her. Like, she was amazing. And then I think around that time, they brought up clinicals, and I thought, I was like, oh, let's just do it. Let's try it out. And I was always sure that I wanted to maybe possibly do nursing or go to medical school. And whenever I had clinicals my senior year, it like solidified it whenever I had clinicals at a emergency hospital.
Right.
And I got to see like how willing everybody is to help other people, and like the nurses standing up and rushing to their patient, or like I saw a patient like just crying, they were in pain, and the nurses were so comforting, and I thought that was beautiful, like that they're so willing to, their whole job is to just help people feel better, and like I think it's awesome. And then science, I love science, and that solidified it for me, those clinicals, like getting to see all of
really
that.
Good.
You know, some people like to carry the ladder, some people like to be on the ladder. You strike me as a person that likes to climb to the top of the ladder. And I can see that that's going to really bode very well for you. So I'm going to put you in a time machine. And you're going to go forward 10 years. 10 years from now, where do you want to be? What's your plan? What's your vision?
Hopefully freshly graduated out of medical school.
Right.
Potentially starting residency. I hopefully see myself, maybe in Houston. I told my mom, we were talking about it yesterday, doing residency in like New York. That would be so much fun.
Right.
Like just a new environment, completely again and again and again.
Is Pablo's going to open a Houston location? Is that maybe a Waco vacation or a location for the next couple of years?
Put it on every town.
Okay, it's a franchise opportunity. Okay, right.
That's awesome.
I love that.
10 years from now, Dr. Torres.
That's
it's
right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy to think? We're so proud. So what advice would you give to other students, other kids who are first-time college students who feel like maybe it's too hard or that it might not be possible? What do you say to them?
Just go for it. I mean, you never know. You just never know. You have so many opportunities to get there, and I think you can use that as a push. A lot of people, I see them feel that pressure a lot of being a first generation, and they kind of let that get to them. And I say you should use that as a push to be that first person. And you can do anything. I mean, if you set your mind to it, you work hard, do your stuff, like you can do it. A lot of people miss that dedication just because of the way they view themselves, and they're like, oh, I don't think I can do it. Like, and they compare themselves to other people, and I think that's the worst thing you can do for yourself.
Right.
And you can build yourself as a person and stop reflecting yourself with other people.
Nice.
Very, very,
That's
very
awesome.
well said. As you look back on, maybe the sacrifices that your parents made for you as you were growing up, what's one that kind of comes to mind?
My mom working hard.
Yeah.
She worked hard a lot, and I mean, I got to see that growing up. I know when I was little, I was always getting taken care of because she was out there working to provide for me, and then even now providing for me and my sister, and I think that's like the best part ever.
So hard work is a part of your biological DNA.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Right.
So in 4 years, we're going to get a bachelor's degree, then we're going to go to college at the end, and you're grabbing that diploma, and you're walking
I don't
across
think
that
it's going to
stage.
take her 4 years.
Might not.
I don't think it's going to take her
No,
4 years
might
to
not.
get an undergraduate
It
degree.
might not. Oh yeah, because she's going in with two.
She's going in
Yeah,
with
you're
two
going
under her
in.
belt,
You're
right?
going in as a junior.
Yes.
Oh
I will
wow.
be.
Yeah. Okay.
Unbelievable.
So when you walk across the stage and you grab that diploma, who are you thinking about at that moment?
Definitely my mom.
Yeah. That's so sweet. I love it.
Definitely.
I'm gonna cry.
Right, I know.
Oh, I know.
So tell us something that most people don't know about your journey.
Probably like I would say like hobbies and my friend. I feel like a lot of people like they kind of just thought it was strictly maybe just working and stuff. But like late night, you can't really do much.
Right.
So I just go on the phone with my friends and I would play video games, talk to them, and they helped me a lot. Like a lot of my friends don't know how much they helped me, and
Right.
they think that I just kind of braced through it because I also don't talk much about my personal life to my friends or if I'm struggling. And a lot of them don't realize how much they helped me
Oh,
and pushed me.
that's good. That's real good. So when listeners hear your story a year from now, what do you hope that they remember most about who you are?
I hope they can remember that they can use my story as like a push for them to go far and work hard and like get encouraged.
Do it anyways. That's awesome.
You are such an inspirational young woman, and you come from a family that's very inspirational as well. And as they say, you succeed only when you stand on the shoulders of giants. And your parents have enabled you to step up and to reach those higher levels. And it's very evident from the time that you've spent with us today. You know, when we were at your graduation festival.
Festival.
It was.
Like a festival.
Okay, so listen, guys. There was bull riding, and
It was mechanical.
mechanical bull riding. Okay, but still, right? Great DJ, good dance floor,
Taco bars.
They had all the things. Okay, but one of the things that I was very proud to participate in was the reading and the delivery of a proclamation. And as Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Heath, I was able to combine with our county judge, Judge Frank New, and put together a proclamation about this young woman proclaiming her own special day in the City of Heath and in the county of Rockwall. And I think I can count on one hand and not use all of the fingers, all of the people that I know that have ever had that happen to them, and how very fortunate you are, but more importantly, how well deserving you are of that. So I just wanted to read a couple of little excerpts from this for the group because it really says a lot about who you are. Whereas Jamie Torres graduated from Royce City High School with honors while simultaneously earning an associate degree in allied health through the Royce City ISD Career and Technical Education Program, an achievement that exemplifies extraordinary discipline, ambition, and academic excellence. Whereas Jamie Torres, who has been accepted into the prestigious Baylor Honors College, further recognizing her academic excellence, leadership, and commitment and scholarship. And whereas Jamie Torres serves as an inspiration to students, families, and the entire community by demonstrating that hard work, perseverance, and faith in one's future can lead to extraordinary success. Now, therefore, we, Frank New, County Judge of Rockwall County, Texas, and Scott Dodson, Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Heath, Texas, do hereby proudly recognize and honor Jamie Torres for her academic excellence, pioneering achievements as a first-generation college student, and her dedication to serving others through education, work, and future aspirations in medicine. Do hereby proclaim the 31st day of May of 2026 is Jamie Torres Day.
Woo!
Congratulations.
That's so cool. We're proud of you.
We're so proud and
Oh,
honored to
thank you.
know you, and honored and blessed to know your family as well. And we can't wait to hear of all of your success from them as we go and enjoy our time in their restaurant.
Maybe in a year from now, we
Right.
can come back this time next year after she's completed 1 year of school and get a checkup.
Get an upgrade.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you all
Love
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for having us.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Scott Dodson, and I am the host of The Spin Cycle. For years, we've heard how the United States should not be involved in conflicts such as Ukraine, the Middle East, and really other countries around the world. I think there are those that say that we should have an isolation approach and really focus on our own domestic policy and let these other countries and region of the world really kind of fend for themselves. I don't happen to be one of these people. I think that, as Sun Tzu once said in his now famous book, The Art of War, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And while I'm not in favor of putting boots on the ground in a lot of these locations, I do believe that part of having a strong America and acting as a strong allied community is keeping this ideology and keeping this countries that would do harm to the United States and our allies at bay and destabilized to the best of our ability. I think that providing munitions, arms, and medical aid to the sovereign country of Ukraine helped allow them to inflict over 1.3 million casualties on the Russians so far during their invasion of that country. And I think that our ability to inflict significant damage on their infrastructure through these things that we're providing that country will also go a long way in helping Ukraine in that conflict. I think it's also given the United States the ability to take a look at a lot of our war assets and the weapons in a near-peer conflict and assess whether these can be utilized effectively as we go forward and consider future conflicts that we might be in as well. There will be no air superiority. Technology and cheap drones will really rule the day on the battlefield, and battlefield droids and artilleries and mortars will be the order of the day and not gunshot wounds, which we experienced in Iraq and both Afghanistan. I think that supply is key, and it's clear that the United States must really step up our manufacturing and our armament supply to be constantly reminded that we need to be in a heightened state of security. Today, Russia launched a massive attack, not on critical infrastructure, not on military targets, but they launched this attack on apartment buildings, hospitals, and the civilian population. This is exactly the type of warfare that a communist country inflicts on the people that they seek to overcome. And I think that this must be stopped or come at such a high cost that it will take them generations to recover from the effort that they're putting forward in this war. In the Middle East, I think it's a different story. The country of Israel, which roughly has the population of the DFW metroplex of about 9.5 million people, is surrounded by about 165 million Islamic countries that are dedicated to wiping them off the face of the earth. And I think that this destruction must also really be looked at with regards to stabilization in that region. In that region, the United States has no stronger ally than Israel and has no country with the military readiness as Israel does to help us in that region and beyond. I think, as evidenced by the targets that the Iranians have recently hit in Kuwait and in Cyprus, their missile targeting systems are far advanced to what we had previously thought. They were able to put ordnance within 5 or 10 meters of exactly where they had ordered them to hit. And I think that this is damaging, particularly when you take a look at the uranium enrichment capabilities that these countries, and this country in particular, now has. Iran cannot be allowed to develop this type of capability. And I think that this is exactly why the U.S. must stand with Israel, our strongest ally in the region, and again, really in the entire world. As the U.S. has now seen, Iran's surface-to-air systems have now taken down a lot of our most advanced fighter jets. They've downed F-35s, they've downed A-10 Warthogs, and they've downed really a lot of our incredible technology that has been used in air superiority and other campaigns really around the world. Iran and their funding of terrorist groups such as Hamas and Hezbollah must be stopped, or if left unchecked, destabilization will be the order of the day. Yes, gas prices are higher on most goods as they are with petroleum-based additives. But a nuclear winter, I think, is far more costly, and it has the ability to throw the entire world in a state of chaos. So when do we fight these wars? Do we fight them now, or do we wait until countries like Iran have nuclear capabilities? I'm Scott Dodson, and this is The Spin Cycle. Yes.
Okay, got it. Ready? So
Summer is officially taking shape across Rockwall County. Community events are being scheduled, neighborhoods are preparing for Independence Day, and the 250th anniversary of America's founding is starting to come into focus. The question this month isn't just what's happening in real estate, it's what's happening in our community and how it all connects. Welcome to the Local Blend. I'm Kim Johnson, where we bring together what's happening around Rockwall County, community events, local growth, and the real estate trends shaping where we live. And as we move through June, the big question this month is simple. What are you and your family doing to prepare for July? Because this year isn't just another Independence Day, it's the lead up to America's 250th birthday. A milestone that will make this one of the most celebrated summers in recent history. Across Rockwall County and North Texas, communities are already getting ready. 3 things happening this month. First, the city of Heath. Preparations are underway for the annual Independence Day Parade happening July 4th at 9 a.m. Families are already planning to line the streets early, and one of the most popular events returning this year is the Home Run Derby for kids 14 and under, starting at 10:30 a.m. Entry is just $10, making it one of the most simple, family-friendly traditions that really defines the community. And second, the city of Rockwall. Planning is well underway for one of the largest celebrations of the year. The parade begins at 11 a.m. on July 4th, running from Wilkerson Stadium to Dobbs Elementary. Then later that evening, Harry Myers Park comes alive. There's food trucks, live music, parachute jumpers, family activities, and fireworks show at dusk. If you lived here for any length of time, you know this is one of those don't miss community nights. And third, we can't forget, local community involvement is already building momentum. The Republican Men's Club Clay Shoot is coming on June 19th, hosted by our very own Scott Dodson, president of the Republican Men's Club. It's a great example of how June isn't just preparation for summer, it's also about connection, networking, and getting involved before the holiday rush begins. What's happening around North Texas? Let's find out. Beyond Rockwall County, major metroplex cities are also preparing for the America's 250th celebration. From Fort Worth's 4th at Panther Island, to Arlington's historic Independence Parade, to Dallas's celebration at Clyde Warren Park, and PGA Frisco's fireworks on the fairway. North Texas is gearing up for what will likely be one of the most attended Independence Day seasons in years. These events don't just happen overnight. They build through June, which is exactly where we are right now. And why this matters. Here's what's interesting from a community standpoint. Every year, these events do more than just entertain families. They highlight why people move here in the first place. Strong schools, connected neighborhoods, local traditions, and a full calendar of community events. All contribute to the lifestyle that continues to attract new residents to Rockwall County. And that connection between lifestyle and housing demand is something we watch closely in real estate. For our market minute, one of the biggest questions right now is still interest rates. Many buyers are sitting on the sidelines waiting for rates to drop. But historically, when rates improve, competition increases shortly after. That means more buyers are entering the market at one time and fewer opportunities for negotiations. So, right now, the advantage many buyers are seeing is inventory and choice, something we haven't had in recent years. As always, the right timing depends on your situation. But understanding both the cost of borrowing and the cost of waiting is key. That's it for the week's local blend. If you enjoyed this update, make sure to follow, subscribe, and share it with a friend or a neighbor on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. Stay connected as we head into the Independence Day season across Rockwall and North Central Texas. And if you know of a local event, business opening, or community story that we should highlight, send it our way. We would love to feature it in an upcoming episode. Until next time, we'll see you around Rockwall County. I'm Kim Johnson with The Local Blend.
Today, I want to talk to you about something that feels simple on the surface, but has a way of quietly changing how we show up every single day. Smoothies. Not the neon, sugar-loaded kind that tastes like dessert in disguise, but the kind that you can build in your kitchen that actually works with your body instead of against it. Because when life gets busy, most of us don't struggle with knowing what we should do for our health. We struggle with actually doing it consistently. And sometimes the easiest place to start is not a full lifestyle overhaul, but something as small as what you pour into a cup. And that's where smoothies come in. I like to think of them as a bridge habit. They take the things that we should be eating more of, like leafy greens, fiber-rich seeds, healthy fats, protein, and they sneak them into something that feels easy, fast, and even enjoyable. Spinach that you would never sit down and eat by itself disappears into fruit. Chia seeds. I love chia seeds. Chia seeds and flaxseed, which most people forget about, suddenly become part of your daily routine. And even things like avocado or cauliflower, and yes, I said cauliflower, frozen cauliflower, I'll tell you more in a little bit. But cauliflower, it can show up in a smoothie without changing the flavor, but completely changing the nutritional impact. So today, I want to walk you through a few simple ingredients and ideas that help with energy, stress, hunger, and that midday crash that we all know too well, and make healthy feel a little less like effort and a little more like rhythm. So the top 5 smoothie boosters that most people don't eat enough of are chia seeds. Chia seed has great benefits. They help you feel full longer. I get hungry in the middle of the day, so having something that helps suppress that appetite is really important. They are high in fiber. They support digestion, and it provides an omega-3 fatty acid that's fabulous for our systems, and it really helps stabilize our energy. You just add 1 tablespoon to your favorite recipe. Another ingredient, spinach. Spinach is fabulous. Some of the benefits of spinach is it's packed with vitamins and minerals. It really does support your energy levels, and it's easy to hide in fruit smoothies, virtually tasteless when it's blended with some other things. And all you have to do is add 1 or 2 handfuls of fresh spinach to any smoothie. Our third ingredient we want to talk about is our ground flaxseed. The benefits are really heart healthy, rich in fiber, helps with fullness, supports hormone balance, and all it takes is 1 tablespoon. And then our fourth ingredient, Greek yogurt. It's really high in protein. It really helps keep the hunger away. It supports muscle recovery, and it creates a creamy texture in your smoothie. All you have to do is add a half to 1 cup to any smoothie and to make it fabulous. And then number 5, one of my favorites, frozen cauliflower. The benefits to cauliflower are it adds a creaminess. When it's frozen, it adds a creaminess to your smoothie. It has extra fiber in it. It adds nutrients without changing flavor, and it's great for very picky eaters. And all it takes is a half of a cup of frozen cauliflower per smoothie. I want to provide you with 5 smoothie recipes that I love the most, and I'm going to ask you to try them this week. The first one that I love is the I Need Energy smoothie. The ingredients are real simple. 1 banana, 1 cup of spinach, a half a cup of Greek yogurt, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and 1 cup unsweetened almond milk, and then some ice. Why does it work? Really, it has protein. High fiber, it helps prevent the mid-morning crash, while the banana provides a quick fuel. One of my favorites. Number 2, the Stress Less smoothie. The ingredients are 1 cup frozen blueberries, a half of a banana, 1 tablespoon of flaxseed, a half a cup of Greek yogurt, 1 cup of almond milk, and a dash of cinnamon. Why does that work? Really, the blueberries are very rich in antioxidants, and cinnamon adds a flavor without sugar. So think of this one as a deep breath in a blender. It's so good, you will love it. Another recipe might be the Stay Full Until Lunch smoothie. I love this one. The ingredients are 1 cup of frozen strawberries, a half of an avocado, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, 1 scoop of vanilla protein powder, and 1 cup of milk. I use almond milk, or you can use a coconut milk. Why does it work? The healthy fats and the protein help curb hunger and cravings and keep those cravings at bay. Another recipe might be the Beat the Afternoon Slump. The smoothie ingredients are 1 cup of frozen mango, a half a cup of frozen pineapple, a half a cup of frozen cauliflower, and some milk, coconut water, fresh lime squeeze. So good. Why does it work? It really is a hydrating smoothie. It refreshes and it's very light without weighing you down. This one really tastes like a vacation, but works like a productivity coach. Love that. And one more ingredient or one more recipe, the chocolate without the guilt smoothie. The ingredients are 1 banana, 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, a half a cup of Greek yogurt, and 1 cup of milk and some ice. Why does it work? The protein really satisfies the hunger while the cocoa gives you that chocolate fix and like a treat. So here's my challenge to all of our listeners. This week, try one ingredient that you've never put in a smoothie before. Chia seeds, spinach, flaxseed, frozen cauliflower, something new. Then tell us, and I'd love for you to comment, share, tell us which smoothie became your favorite and which one you liked. Health doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes wellness starts with a blender, a handful of ingredients, and a decision to make one better choice today than you made yesterday. That's your Zen and Juice challenge for this week. I'm Tammy Escobedo, your host, and thank you for listening, and we can't wait to hear from you.
Hi, we would like to thank the Hub here at Faith Station for allowing us to film in their beautiful studios every month.
And I'm Tammy Escobedo.
I'm Kim Johnson.
I'm Scott Dodson.
I'm Maya Krause.
And we are
the Network Blender.